China does that, China's going to have big problems, okay?
Mr. President, isn't that enough?
Alright, that was the moment President Trump was asked by a reporter regarding the US intelligence reports, which indicates that China is trying to supply weapons to Iran. Though this whole thing is still a rumor. There's no proof to back it up. They always want to accuse because they know that that's exactly what they do. Anytime you see US accusing a country, just know that the US is actually doing the same thing they're accusing that country of. They started with Russia, right? They said Russia was sharing intelligence with Iran, giving Iran pinpoint location of the US assets, US personnel in the Middle East without any evidence. Now they are jumping onto China, that China is ramping up military equipment that they want to send to Iran without any proof backing it up. And President Trump is saying if China is actually doing that, there's going to be a big problem for China. Well, we always know how US big problem looks like, especially since President Trump's administration. But one thing I don't understand is this. Why is it that the US has the right to do anything they want, but other countries don't have the same right? The US has been supplying weapons to Ukraine through Poland. The US is openly supporting Ukraine in the war against Russia. But anytime they hear the news that Russia is supporting Iran in the war against US, they are angry. They want to make it look like a big deal. If the US is doing it, why can't other countries do it? The US is openly supplying weapons to Taiwan. They are doing it. And not only that the US is supplying weapons to Ukraine, they are giving them money, they are sharing intelligence, they are also training their soldiers. There are a lot of US mercenaries fighting in Ukraine. Anytime you see US accusing you, just know that they are indirectly confessing what they are doing or what they did or what they are about to do. This is who they are. Their accusation is always their confession.